You know, where I was a couple months ago, like 2, 3 months ago, you start doubting about yourself because what happened to me the last 18 months, the way I played, why I did not play. Like, what can I do to still be like someone in this league? And the league is just keep getting better. And you start like doubting about yourself a little bit, like, what's next?
So my family.
He didn't play the last few years in Charlotte. When you're getting up there and a team starts to sit you, just because they want to see younger guys play, a lot of times it's hard for a player to get that next shot. You get forgotten about. That's just the simple fact of the business.
The organization went to another direction. And I tried. I didn't give up on that team like people think. I didn't give up, so I really tried.
He stayed ready, even though he was going through those troubling times of being sat down. He understands that this NBA game could have been taken away from him like that. That could have been it.
I just loved this game. I wasn't ready to step away yet. And then when I got released by my former team, you start like thinking like, well, okay, what I'm gonna do now? And then 5 minutes later, the phone started ringing. And I was maybe the first surprise, actually. I talked to different players, to Kawhi, PG. They told me that they need me. They need a guy like me as well. You know, a guy like just all around unselfish guy. I can be a good fit with those two guys, and that's exactly what they told me.
Batum, yeah, just a good vet, very skilled, shoot, pass, dribble. Been in big moments, competed against them in the playoffs a few times.
You know, I faced those guys so many times. We had to guard each other every time and play against each other every time we play against each other. So it means a lot to have them still recognizing me. You know, even without happened the last 18 months, 2 years for me, to get recognized from those two guys, now it's been huge for me. So that's why I wanted to come over and just do whatever you want me to do to be part of this team and be successful. My dad was a basketball player, so it was pretty easy for me to be a basketball player. So I really fell in love with it as soon as I was born, technically. Growing up, no, I really tried to get inspired by different players. Scottie Pippen was my idol. And still today, still my favorite player ever. Kirilenko as well also was a player I admire a lot. You know, the way he played the game. I try to really watch those guys play the game because they play the right way. And that's the way I want to play the game as well.
Nick came onto my radar in 2006 and went overseas for 13 years playing in France my whole career. Played against the likes of Nick Batum, and Nick was, you know, young, talented, more of a guy that could play point forward, you know, run the team and get his teammates involved. I just think he saw plays before they were happening, so when he got the ball, he knew exactly where he was going to go with it.
I played 2 years in EuroLeague. That really got me ready because when I got to the league as a rookie, I knew all the tricks. Like the first training camp when the guys try to bully you, I'm like, I've been there. I know I'm 19, but I'm skinny and stuff, but I've been through that already.
I was the Portland Trailblazers beat writer for 4 years. And he was one of those guys where he was quiet, still trying to figure out his way within the league. He stayed to himself for the most part.
When I got here, I got 2 bags, and that's it. I didn't speak any English, didn't know anyone. So that was a lot of adjustment. I had to adjust.
There's just a lot of things that was going against Nick. You know, I think he even said it at one point, you know, he had to think, was this for me? Was this lifestyle for me? Could I do this at such a young age? He was just a prospect. He was just a prospect. You didn't know what, you know, he had. You just knew by the size, you knew by his shooting touch, and you knew by his ball handling ability at 6'8", you knew there was something there.
When he first got into the league, what was really shocking was he really knew how to play the game at a young age. And being able to pass the basketball, be able to rebound the ball and push it off the glass.
Batum drops tall.
And then shooting the basketball, at a high clip.
How about number 9?
To play for a top 5 team in the West and started for that team, I learned a lot that year. I didn't have the ball much in my hands, but when you're 19-year-old, 195 pounds, you get a guy like prime D-Wade, Kobe, or LeBron, trust me, that wasn't easy at that time.
A large part of his role was to play defense and stand in the corner. He was very frustrated. He felt like, all of his skill set was not being utilized.
My first 2-3 years, I was at some point, I can do more for the team, not for me.
He wasn't asking for shots. He was just asking for more of a role to make his teammates better.
When Terry Stott came in the Blazers, he put me in a kind of point forward situation. And this is where I felt the best, when I can create plays and make sure I can be the glue guy.
And later on, we got to see his role expand and see how his talents just explode onto the scene. And at one point, he was one of the best versatile players we had in this league.
What does Batum look like? Does he have anything? Probably not, but does he?
I look back at it and I say a couple of years in Charlotte, the last couple of years, you wonder, did he have anything left? What was he able to bring?
When you're a guy who don't play for 18 months, who join a team who have big expectation, I can understand the doubt from the people, because even myself, I didn't know. So what I'm gonna do with that team, maybe I'm gonna get 10, 15 minutes some nights, and maybe I won't, some nights I won't. So, that was technically the plan I had when I got there. And we don't forget how to play the game. I know I have a decent career, and I know I could still play, and I did it.
It's no coincidence why Kawhi wanted a player like Nicolas Batum to come over, because Nicolas Batum is somebody who's not going to step outside of his zone. He's not going to step outside of what he does.
We have 2 big-time guys. You got to play for those guys. You got to make sure they're in the best spot to make us win. And then we have to get guys around who know their roles, and I know mine. I know what I have to do for that team if I want to be successful.
When you have a guy like him who plays the right way, can make timely shots, and not only that, can go guard 1 through 4, there's unbelievable value there. We're gonna be the beneficiaries of him not being seen for a couple of years and kind of jumping back on the scene.
During training camp, when we start playing 5-on-5, the way I fitted with Kawhi, PG, Serge, and Pat Bev was okay, I have something to do with this team, the way I play, the way I see the game, and the way I want to play the game for myself now.
Just seeing him out here, now playing with us, just flourishing in the game as far as passing the basketball, knowing where to be, knowing when to cut, great spacing, and just a great teammate. And it's great having him here. The starting lineup would be Pat Beverly, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Nicolas Batum, and Serge Ibaka.
Well, a lot of versatility and a lot of length in that starting lineup, with Batum being able to switch 1 through 5. Didn't play a lot of games last year, but this is a guy that's going to take a lot of pressure off Kawhi and PG.
Knocked away by Leonard. Batum to his right. Leonard the shovel. Batum the finish plus the foul.
Nicolas Batum is such a big pickup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The versatility, the playmaking.
Starts the break on the other side for the Clippers. Far side corner 3, and Batum finds nothing but the bottom.
He has been outstanding here in this young season. This is a guy that is as selfless as there is in the NBA, and I think just such a valuable weapon for the Clippers.
I'm feeling great. I just play basketball. All those guys were amazing. Coaching staff was great. I just have to go out there and play my game.
I think the Phoenix game was more bigger statement for myself.
Leonard drives left, kicks right, corner three from Batum. He's open. Book it from Nick Batum, right down the middle.
I think I started the game on both ends of the court. I got steals, I got threes, I drive. I mean, I did numerous stuff.
Here we go. Batum left alone. Another three in the air. Another three falls. Boy, Batum, how flawless has he been in these first now 7 games?
Been shooting the ball great all year. He's a big-time player. He's a crunch-time clutch player. He's been in these moments. 2-on-1 situation. I had to find it.
George to Batum for 3. Hot damn! 110-104. Clippers out in front with 12 seconds to play.
To see him hit the winning shot for a team that's contending for a title, you can just see it all right there. That was a perfect moment. And to see that just relief, to see all that he endured just go away.
So I showed the confidence he had in the way PG believed in me, and I made the shot.
The way I am, the way I love to play the game, the way I want to play as a team. I'm not the best one-on-one player. I'm not the guy going to get 25 shots, but I know you need some guys sometimes who just here to do the little thing and make sure the team stay together, and that's what I love to do for the last 15 years, I guess.
Finished up with a team high 19. Batum over to Ibaka.
This team, even before me and Nick got here, they already have a good team. Me and Nick is coming here, adding a little bit more salt and pepper. The food was good already here. Just little extra salt and pepper.
That's the strategy of discuss where you would both speak French so that the opposing team wouldn't forget what you guys are saying.
Every game, literally every game. We use it as an advantage sometimes. We can say stuff people can really understand, especially do some modification on defense. So
I'm telling him on va changer. On change sur le pick and roll. That means we're gonna switch on pick and roll me and him. So the guy is guarding, so he don't know what is coming.
And that might be cheating actually. I understand that. They might change the rule at some point, maybe, but not yet.
Ibaka in the corner to Batum, back to Serge, double ball fake and punches it home with the right hand.
Wasn't that fun basketball to watch? Nick Batum, born again as an LA Clipper.
The way I play, the way I am with that team, it's the same role I have with the French national team from the last 2 or 3 years. I play with Rudy Gobert, Evan Fournier, all those guys. And I do the exact same stuff I'm doing right now. So I've been through that already.
French basketball kind of took off, with the Tony Parker era and Boris Diaw, and they just had a certain way of playing, sharing the basketball. It wasn't about one person on the team. It was about the whole team as a collective. They enjoyed playing with each other. They enjoyed sharing the ball.
Nick is one of the guys that I and I think a lot of other French kids looked up to. He was really like someone that kind of mentored me into this league. This year, watching him play with having the season that he's having, the impact that he's having with the Clippers, I'm happy to see him winning and be able to contribute at the highest level.
I'm interviewing Ty Lue, and as it is customary for me to do, I say, is everybody good to go? And he goes, oh, we're waiting to hear back about Nicolas Batum. He just had a baby a couple hours ago. And I'm like, wait, what?
My wife told me, if the baby is born before 4 p.m., you can't go play the game. So that was the deal we had. And my daughter was born at 4:12 p.m. So you know what? When she was born, I didn't really think about playing the game, actually. And I was sitting on the couch, and she looked at me, she said, get out of here. Literally, she told me that. She's like, get out of here. I need rest. I need some rest, so go play the game and go win this game. All right, I'm out. They were kind of surprised when I got there. Like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Nick is a great teammate, man. He's better than me. Trying to stay my ass at the hospital. But, I'm happy for him. His wife and his new daughter, they're both healthy. It's a blessing.
I was tired. I have no food in my body. I didn't drink or eat anything. I didn't sleep the last 24 hours. I was exhausted. But the excitement make me go through that game.
To Batum, great look at a three, and Yes, some new dad energy for Nicolas Batum.
Back outside for George with a pump fake and drive. Now Batum, right wing three. He tees it up. He knocks it down. Nick Batum. It's a baby bash in Staples Center.
Oh, it was great. You know, just seeing him have a beautiful daughter and then come back and want to play the same night just shows his dedication. It means a lot to the team.
You just see how much he loves the game, you know what I mean? It shows that he's committed.
And that's why I wanted to show to that team, because they gave me a chance, another chance in this league to compete and to be a basketball player. So I think that's kind of my way to say thank you. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win games and maybe do something special, even on the best day of my life. It's been kind of tough, you know, to leave the house like for 10 days after 3 days after the baby was born. It's not easy. You know, on the first game, no, I was excited, so that was easy to play, but the last two games, I had no rhythm. I didn't practice at all. You know, they give me a day off like every time because to stay with my family, so I really needed like yesterday a good shooting session, a good practice, so I tried to do that yesterday and tonight to get my rhythm back, and I feel way better tonight.
So the Clippers have a big old hunk of wood and an itty-bitty knife, and they got to start whittling away here at this lead for Miami.
On drive now, man gets doubled. Cross-court feed, Batum right wing three. He got it! Nick Batum!
Man, back to an open Batum. He has 2 threes, now a hat trick.
Ibaka, short corner on the near side, working on Olynyk. Outside, Batum, corner three for the lead. He buries it! The Clippers lead for the first time tonight.
Batum, another 3 in the air. Got it! Batum Battalion, a symbol! And even when he's not scoring, there are so many things that he does. Tonight, without Paul George, without Kawhi Leonard and Pat Beverly, he is doing what is required.
After it, I just told him on the bus, I said, hey, this is the old Batum that I remember in France and even in Portland days. And he said, yeah, it never left. It's always here. So it's fun to see him have that confidence.
Nicolas Batum has been a joy to watch. He has become a major fan favorite on a team that has a few of those guys for sure.
You know, there's a Batum Battalion out there. Lots of people ganging up for the Batum Battalion, but maybe they need to change it now to the Batum Infantry.
You know, I have a wife who's really involved on Twitter during games. I told her sometime to cool down, but I think she's part of that battalion. She's part of it, trust me. I love it, guys, trust me. I saw it and I keep seeing it, and thank you. Thank you, I really love it. I'm gonna try to make you proud and keep making you proud, for sure.